Alright, guys, coming up slowly. Rasasi Xtraordinaire Musky. Alright, guys, I've been like pretty much avoiding this for a long time. Because this juice makes me really sad. So here we go. I've been avoiding to do. I didn't really want to do this review because I've been waiting for this to come around to see if I had end up liking it, but this opens up rather nice. It's not as bright as Extraordinaire or as aromatic. It's not as citrusy, but it's definitely bright. It's got a pretty sharp, I think it's like a bergamot top. Maybe like lemon or lime. It's actually really hard to understand what the top is on this for me. To my nose and my skin, I can't really tell. Because on paper, there's like almost nothing. I get nothing on paper. I literally get like sharp citruses and then literally nothing on paper. It's almost impossible to test on paper, so every time I wear this, I search for the watermelon that I get from like Millism Imperial, and I just don't find it. It's not the same watermelon, if there is a watermelon. I'm mostly getting something that's like pretty zesty. I think it's just bergamot. Maybe like bergamot and lemon. I don't know if there. I don't think I get a watermelon really. Because I have to be dead honest. That's the hardest part about this review is I have to be really honest. So I'm getting a bergamot lemon top. And it gives way to this accord that to my nose smells. It's just gonna sound really odd when I say it, but after the top dies down, this gets sweet and in a way that I dislike it. It reminds me of Walmart branded. This juice reminds me of like Walmart branded cream of fruit strawberry, or like cream of fruity oatmeal. So it starts off bright, but it quickly turns into like a warmer oatmeal type scent. And I just don't like it. I don't like what this does. At least on my skin, I can't. There might be like a piney type of thing going on too, like either a piney or a mint, something kind of thing going in there. I don't know what it is. Cypress? Sage and cypress, or sage and pine, or sage and mint, or I don't think it's a mint. I think it's more like cypress. But definitely kind of has like a really subtle piney kind of thing going on with some bergamot Amalfi lemon top, which you think is going to be awesome. You're like, damn, right off the start, this thing's kicking into high gear, badass. And it has like this soaring quality. It's soaring pretty good for like a half hour, but man, on my skin, turns into oatmeal. turns into this like butter popcorn oatmeal thing on my skin. And I want to spray a lot of it, but I just can't bring myself to spray a lot of it because to me it gets slightly cloying with like this salty popcorn oatmeal type thing going on. It's like slightly sweet, but it's slightly salty. Yeah, it definitely has a salt to it. This is in no way as good as Millésime Imperial. And the scent does not smell like Millésime Imperial at all to me. Millésime Imperial, I've gone through a full bottle of that, and I love MI. I freaking love Millésime Imperial. I definitely get a watermelon out of that. Do not get a watermelon out of this. I've owned Love and Luck. I don't really think I get a watermelon out of Love and Luck, but man, this does not smell like Creed. Extraordinaire Musky to me does not smell as good as a Creed at all, not even close. It's definitely its own scent, and it's hard for me to like it after the top notes go away, because it just turns into kind of a mess to me. Salty popcorn, oatmeal. That gets rather cloying if you spray it too much. I have been complimented on it, so maybe the sillage to other people is pretty pleasant. But man, I'm trying real hard to like this, guys. I've worn it a number of times, and every single time I wear it, I'm just like left kind of going, meh. I wish I had Millésime Imperial, because that's far superior. They're not the same at all, and they're not even trying to do the same thing in my book. So, Millésime Imperial is a lot more pleasant, watermelony, and sweet in a better, less obnoxious way than this one. The salty vibes in this one to me are really annoying. Like up close, it's not bad. Up close, before the dry down, it's not bad. You're like, okay, I can see how this might work out. But man, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my skin. Maybe I need to try it in the spring or the fall. But this is not a good hot weather fragrance. This is not a good summery hot weather fragrance for me. It gets cloying if you overspray it. And that salty note turns into like smelly sweat, butter, popcorn, oatmeal, fruity oatmeal. I keep thinking, I also said it in a previous review with like udon misk. I get like a fruit leather or like a fig cookie, like a fig Newton cookie. I'm almost getting that same effect with this. It's almost like a fig Newton cookie, fruit leather candy type dehydrated fruit accord. That's not bright. It's actually kind of dark. And that's what I don't like about this. I don't really see myself going through this whole bottle very quick anytime soon. So, my plan for this one, I'm going to revisit this in the fall, winter. I'm going to see how this works in the fall, winter, because I'm thinking that maybe this might work better if you're not sweaty. It's just not a good high heat fragrance, and I thought it would be. You'd think it's a Millésime Imperial clone, whatever. Representation, it might be good, but it's just not on me. So, it does have a really good heart, but the base, something about the base just doesn't work in this heat for me, especially on my skin, and it does not work when it mixes with sweat. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of like herbaceous stuff in the middle going on. It's like slightly coniferous, like piney. Almost resembles like a tea, like mate almost kind of thing. mixing with the sharpness of the bergamot and lemon. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't have the notes for this. I don't know what's in this, but it's definitely not going on the same path as Melissa Imperial at all, to my nose. So I recommend you guys check out Mr. Oz's review. He's a badass. Mr. Oz did a review on this, and I think he referenced some sort of like piney type vibe going on in the middle. So yeah, I mean, I love it for like the first half hour, but man, in the high heat, this stuff does not work for me, not on my skin. So I'll come back to it. I'm really confused by this one because I want to like it until the dry down. I just don't like the base notes. I just don't like, I guess it's the musk, man. There's like zero tonka and like zero amber. And whatever the musk is in here is just not a pleasant musk. It's like ruining the rest of the composition for me, so. But I like what it smells like up close. I just don't like the wafts I get from it at a distance, because I just get this like salty air thing, and it smells like someone's cooking oatmeal. So man, I don't know. I'm torn. I want to like it, so I'm gonna try it in the fall. I'm not gonna give it a rating right now, but I think I've said enough to kind of ward some people off. At least for the summer. At least on my skin. So as far as longevity, it's not as good as the Extraordinaire Musky. That's for damn sure. To me, I mean, I guess if you want never-ending musk, the musk lasts forever, but it's a good 4 or 5 hours, and then it turns into just pure musk. So, and that's in the sweltering summer heat. So I guess that's my review, version 1. I might come back to this. Thanks for watching, guys.